Here with Concordia head track and field coach Matt Beisel after the Concordia Invite final home meet of the indoor season. It seemed like this may have been one of the better meets in terms of the results, but what were your initial reactions today?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a larger percentage of the team that accomplished some really good stuff in pertaining to national qualifying and getting marks that'll get them in a good heat at conference or a good flight, and some nice personal bests. So a lot of good things happen in a lot of different event areas from what I've been able to watch and observe and pay attention to.
How about some of those big things? I know it started, I guess, with the race walk, and Johnny the Jet had a national leading time today, but how about some of the top things that you saw?
Yeah, so we had 3 guys in the race walk, and Johnny was one of them. Jack Habegger, a freshman from Fort Wayne, was second place, and then Luke Hamming, a junior from Arlington, Nebraska, was third. Luke had an amazing performance. He dropped like a minute and a half off his PR, had a phenomenal race, hit the A standard, and so now we got 3 guys in the top 10 at nationals. I think it's like 5th and 6th, or 1st and 6th and like 9th. And that's awesome. That's super cool. So that was a really good way to start the running/track event portion of the meet. Adriana had a field house and meet record in the 60 hurdles, her second best time ever. She ran a huge PR in the 400, hit the A standard, was a little pooped after that, so her 60 finals wasn't anything to get excited about, but man, it was a good thing to see. In the men's pole vault, huge kudos to Evan Hill, who's a senior, and also to Jax Jacobson, who's a junior. Both of them went high enough to be locked into the top 20. They went over 15.3 or something like that, which were indoor PRs for both of them. I think it's the first time that Jax has been over 15, and so super cool to see that. McKenna Starkey, a freshman from Minden who played volleyball this fall, she broke our school record, went 5 foot 7 inches in the high jump, and is going to nationals in that. That puts her in the top 10, I'm sure. So that was exciting. We had in the running events a lot of good things. We had some relays that tried their very best to get marks that will get them into nationals. The distance medley relay got off to a really good start, but we had a leg of it that had just been through the flu, and it just wasn't a good day. But then the 4x8 girls came back, ran the fastest race they've run all season. It puts them just inside the top 20. I don't know if that'll hold, but it's a remarkable effort. Their splits were PRs, and I'm super proud of them. And then the guys 4x8, we had actually an A and a B to push each other, but our A team ended up running the fastest indoor time at least since 2018, and they went 7:51. That's going to convert down a little bit, and so we're hoping that gets them in. That would be really cool. The cool thing is between our B and our A relay and the 800 leg of the distance medley relay, I think we had 6, maybe 7 guys that went 156 to 157. So it's there. I think everyone felt good about that. I think that in some of the sprints, you got to mention Avery Eves. Avery ended up running another personal best, sniffing at the school record, but as Mark Samuels and I were talking about, the real goal, which is past the school record, but not very far past, is hitting the A standard for nationals and getting into nationals with the 60 dash. He ended up winning that. He won the 200. And then Xavier Marburger, one of the few guys in Concordia history to go under 7 seconds in the 60 dash. I was super excited for him. I did see some PRs in the women's weight throw, and I couldn't tell you all who it was, but I know Hallie Nichols is a freshman. She did, I think, I couldn't even tell you. I'm still just getting over the meet, but I'm going to go through all these stats. I know there was some personal bests. I don't know anything that happened in the shot put. Weight throw on the guys' side, I think, was okay. It wasn't, a couple of PRs. Can you think of anything that I'm missing? I don't really know how the horizontal jumps went, so, but overall, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement, and just really grateful to God for this last chance to compete in our home facility before conference.